Hi everyone! This is a short video about my attempt to recreate Arcanum in Unity engine. All the game logic is being written from scratch, with original game's code used as a reference. And one important note, this project is not affiliated with the original developers or the current owners of the IP in any way. Another thing, this project doesn't contain any assets or resources from the original game. To play it, you need to own a copy of the original game. All resources and assets are loaded dynamically from the original date files from the installation folder. The idea came to me around the release of the Fable model, while I also seen a bunch of Arcanum posts on Reddit. At first, I only wanted to see how quickly I could recreate the rendering logic. And to put it briefly, it was hard. But after I had almost managed to render tiles and some of the objects from a single sector, first I realized that I actually could finish this project. And second, and most importantly, it was pretty fun. After my first success, I started sharing progress on Reddit, and people responded pretty warmly to the project, which gave me even more motivation. My first goal was to understand the limits of what I could do and recreate a basic version of every major game subsystem. Rendering, combat, AI, spells, and of course UI. And I managed to implement all of them. Some were easier than others. For example, the entire layer responsible for parsing the original game resources was relatively easy to build. And about goals for this project. Again, this is purely a passion project. I'm working on it because I enjoy the process itself. Still, I'd like to bring it all the way to a proper release. So what is the difference? How will it differ from the original? Obviously, since it's open source, it will be much easier for the community, which is still alive and pretty active, to change things. Configurable resolution, along with plenty of other settings, proper fonts, various additional improvements such as dynamic lighting, possible shadows, and so on. Bug fixes, native versions for every platform, native mod support, and improved mod editor. You'll essentially be able to create your own submodules with custom location, quests, and NPCs. The project is already playable, even in its current state. You can start a new game and distribute your stats. The dialogue system works. It even takes parameters that affect the dialogue branches into account, such as charisma and similar stats. The companion system is also implemented, along with some functionality built on top of it. You can trade items with companions and give them equipment and weapons. Obviously, the inventory itself and loot system also work. Basic combat has been implemented as well, both turn-based and real-time. In practice, I only really needed to build one of them, since conceptually the second mod mostly differs through a few flags. For debugging, I added a turn order panel at the top of the screen, but the community asked me to keep it as an optional feature in the final version. There will be plenty of small improvements and additional features like that, which you will be able to enable in settings. The game contains a huge number of scripts and triggers. Many of them are already implemented. For example, something can trigger when you enter a particular tile, or quest can be assigned to you. The quest system also works, along with the basic journal UI. There are many different scripts and triggers in the game that can activate in all sorts of situations. When stepping on tiles, selecting dialogue options, interacting with items, and so on. Some triggers start dialogues, while others update the journal. Party members can also interrupt conversation and speak instead of you. The world map allows you to travel between locations that become available as you progress through the game. After speaking with NPCs or meeting certain condition, quest statuses are updated. Sector streaming currently freezes the game in places, because all the logic is being processed within a couple of frames. Later I'll split the work across multiple frames and it should be fine. There are still plenty of opportunities for optimization. And as I work, I write all these issues down to the documentation, so I will not forget them later. Although it would be pretty hard to forget freezes like this, lol. Quests can be completed in different ways. You can talk your way through them, kill someone, or perhaps pick up the quest item from the corpse afterward. Conceptually, a quest can already be completed from the beginning to the end. You can fully finish them and receive experience. Or, of course, fail them. The character progression system is also implemented. Stats affect gameplay. For example, strength affect your damage. Or another example, with enough charisma you can invite a companion to join your party. There is already a day and night cycle. It's essentially implemented through a filter, but that's enough for now, and it already looks like in an original game. The time of the day affects not only brightness and shadows, but also NPC's behavior. At night, for example, they may leave their shop. And yes, the trading system works too. All lighting is dynamic. There are quite a lot of light sources on the map. This will need some additional optimization, because I don't think we really need that many of them. Sectors are loaded and cleared from memory dynamically, and it currently causes some lags, because everything happens with a couple of frames. But that isn't a major problem and should be relatively easy to optimize. And about current goals. Again, the current goal is to create first fully playable version. And after that, I'll start polishing everything. Since this is a free project, it shouldn't be a problem with legal stuff from Microsoft or Activision. So maybe I will be able to release it on Steam as a free game. If I be able to do it, I will add Steam Workshops support. And also it will be possible to use for free Steam Network to play multiplayer or in co-op. Character progression works. And it's not limited to the main stats only. Technology and magic progression are already implemented as well, so you already can use some spells. Simple single target spells are not a problem, but spells with area effect will require more work So what's next? I will continue sharing progress videos from time to time. I may also record additional devlogs about the development process itself and some of the technical details behind the scenes. And for now you can subscribe to this channel, or you can support me on Patreon. See you!